What is up?
Hello, we are back again. It's starting recording at 46 minutes and 23 seconds because we didn't pull the thing back, but
Oopsie.
that doesn't matter. We are back. It's the elephant in the room. My name is Nolan.
My name is Wesley. We just had a break.
Yeah, we just got back from winter break. Sorry, no episodes in a minute. And there's only 1 week left of school after this, so you'll only get one more until we have a permanent,
A new guest.
no, not a new guest, a permanent host.
A permanent new guest.
That's not how that works. You can't be a permanent guest.
Yeah, so we are adding one onto the to the duo. We'll have a trio.
And then we'll just get a fourth in here whenever we need someone new. So, there's not a whole lot in terms of what's going on in my life right now.
Well, we just had this big long break, and no one could even listen to our sweet, beautiful voices talk. So
I know no one
did you
could
do
listen
over
to
break?
my beautiful. I went on a cruise.
Okay.
It was very splendid.
Okay.
I love being on the cruise ship.
Okay.
That's enough of that. Oh, I turned it off and turned it on again. My fault.
Plenty of that.
Yeah. So Christmas, Hanukkah. How was your Christmas?
My Christmas is pretty good. I had 3 of them.
Yeah.
You know, divorced parents and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I had my first family Christmas
Mhm.
up in Vassar. That was nice.
Your dad's side?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty nice. And then was at my mom's in the morning. Did that up. Went to my dad's. Did that up. It was overall quite nice.
Overall, quite nice. Most standoutish gift that you received over the holidays?
A bunch of I knew I was getting it, but like my dad, my aunt, my mom, my aunts, my grandma, they all pitched in, and I got myself a MacBook.
Okay. Yeah.
For college.
Makes sense. It's nice thing to have.
It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got this Carhartt coat as well.
Mm-hmm.
Got me a nice little.
Yeah, you viewers at home can't see anything, but Wesley is currently wearing a brown Carhartt coat, and it looks very comfy. It looks very warm.
It is very warm.
I'm currently wearing probably my favorite gift that I got for
It's
Christmas.
a very good looking sweater.
It's a grandpa sweater. It's brown
It's
and
not even a
navy
grandpa
blue.
sweater, I don't think.
Oh yes, it is. This
There's
is
too many
the
colors and patterns.
no. This is the definition of a grandpa sweater.
Oh, grandpa sweaters like you got the diamond little patterns.
Yeah, like no. I understand what you're saying, but like this is also a grandpa sweater. Like if you look up grandpa sweater on Google, like
Oh,
this kind of sweater is one of the results that you'll get.
That's a new age. It's a new gen.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because it's like very, because like the sky blue doesn't belong there.
I think it fits with the yellow.
It
the
absolutely
dark blue.
fits, and I love it, and I love this sweater. Yeah, but I actually just got clothes for Christmas. I got nothing else. And I also only got clothes for Hanukkah too. Except for I got 3 candles. So that was nice.
You a candle guy?
I am very much so a candle guy.
I can't do candles.
I
They give me
do.
headaches.
I really like it. Like I walk into Bath and Body Works and I might spend an hour in there.
Oof, wow. Yeah. I went to Bath and Body Works with Bryn at a mall, and it was not great.
The Meridian Mall?
No, it was in Jackson.
I see.
I can't stand them.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of candles because they don't take much effort and you kind of just leave them on and then all of a sudden you leave your room for an hour and all of a sudden your room smells really nice.
I just don't think they smell good. I don't like.
You gotta find.
I don't like single overpowering scents.
You gotta find a candle that you like.
I don't like. It's candles, and the smell of a candle is what isn't great. My thing is like bugging right now. I feel like I'm cutting in and out.
I don't think so. I mean, like I heard it for a second there, but I don't think it did anything else.
I don't know. I feel like I'm talking and then just cut. Yeah, just see that's doing it right there.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like like it's kind of matching up with the pauses in my words, but every once in a while it'll just cut at the end of my sentence.
Eh,
I don't know. It's
who
fine.
cares? We'll fix it later. Yeah, no, there's this one scent that I really thoroughly enjoy. It's called Leaves. My favorite scent at Bath and Body Works. Um, if I could have leaves smelling everything, I would be a happy man.
Speaking of leaves, new Minecraft update.
Yeah, I haven't played Minecraft in a long time.
I'm on my 2-week grind right now with my boy Israel.
I see. Yeah, no, I look you don't be having time to play games.
I've been staying up to like 1 a.m. playing up until like last night where I went to bed at like 11.
If I'm sitting down ready to play, it's after 9 p.m. And that's if I have my homework done.
Yeah. It's
Like,
a rough life out there.
it's a rough life. And when I'm getting on, all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, it's time to play Overwatch.
Yeah, pretty much.
I might, I just gotta play Overwatch. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work out, play my instrument, go to school, and play Overwatch every single day
Type shit.
for the rest of my life.
I think you will be a very unhealthy man.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. That's a lot of sitting.
I think it's a lot of sitting too, but like school includes like the extracurriculars. So like I'm coming here and doing sports med stuff, coming to basketball, doing
True.
whatever,
Yeah.
walking around, and there's a lot of sitting involved in that too. But
I hate the school chairs so much. I can't sit in them.
like the classroom chairs,
I got a really bony like you wouldn't understand this, but I have a really bony butt, and it like hurts to sit on them.
yeah, no, I don't understand that at all. I have so much cushion down there.
It's true.
Really, I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan of the chairs that we sit on for basketball games.
Which
You
ones?
you aren't there. The brown ones, the brown cushiony ones.
I know that. Yeah,
I'm a really big fan of those chairs.
they're quite nice.
They are quite nice. Some of them have the Holt Rams logo on them, like the old one, the gold,
Yeah.
more realistic looking Ram,
Yeah.
rather than the black and white, shitty booty,
The new shit, the new age shit.
the one that's right behind you.
Oh, this.
Yeah,
I like that Ram.
I don't mind that Ram either. I'm being facetious, but
Ooh, word of the day.
that's a word in my general vocabulary. That's not word of the day. That's not word of the day.
It's always word of the day when it's good vocab.
So then every word I use is word of the day. Wow, iMac G5
Good
box up there.
vocab.
I never even noticed that.
What?
That's an iMac G5.
I,
Look
Can't
up an
s- I can't
iMac
see it.
G5 right now.
hold up.
If you've never seen this thing, look up an iMac G5.
Viewers or listeners, we encourage you to do the same.
We encourage you to do the same.
I don't see the.
They're
cause
so
for
funny looking. They're so funny looking.
One down there as well.
Is that a G5? I don't think that's a G5.
Oh, but it's the same fucking thing. Here, I'll show you.
Look at the G4 though. That's the real kicker. No,
4.
no. Scroll back down. Right there. Oh baby, look at that. Yeah,
Fish tank.
fish tank. That's like a CRT TV. Is that a G5? Maybe. Yeah, no. Oh, wow. It's just like the screen being so thick because it's an all-in-one.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny to me. Especially because I'm so used to like playing on a thin monitor. It's just so funny to me. It looks like a G5. Do, 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 do. What's some music you guys have been listening to? Drop it in the comments below. Cause we get commenters on our podcasts. We're in the big leagues, if you didn't know. We have 8 subscribers. We're in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with us.
Literally.
What are some I know that you're not a huge fan. Um what are some of your favorite movies?
I'm just not a fan of movies. I just don't watch a lot.
Well, you've said to me before that you're not a fan of sitting down and doing one thing for that long.
Yeah, it's not even like the length. It's like I don't think I can ever find the time to sit down and watch one piece of content for 2.5 hours or an hour and a half.
Sure. Okay.
It's just it's a lot of commitment, and I just never find the time to do it.
All right.
So
So what are some of your favorite movies of all time? I wanna see kind of what you're into on the film side of things. You can you can think about it. I can tell you some of mine.
I know my very first favorite movie of all time.
Like your first in terms of like you're a little kid and you're like, this is my favorite movie, or like your first as in like your number one
My
best
number,
movie of all time.
my kind of a little bit of both.
Okay.
My number one because of the nostalgia
How important it was to you.
and how much I watched it as a kid.
We sing silly songs in Sillyville, or whatever the fuck it's
Songs.
called.
We sing songs in Sillyville.
So
What?
for those of you who don't know
a
what
ride.
this is, We Sing Songs in Sillyville is a movie, or rather it's more of a short film. It's just under an hour long.
It's not even like you can only find it on like YouTube.
You can only find it on like YouTube. Look up release date. Look up release date. I'm not sure. This looks like a movie from the 90s.
Oh, for sure. It was on Blu-ray.
Right.
1989.
1989. So this is a children's movie that is very similar to The Wizard of Oz in the fact that they get transported to another world,
It's Canadian.
and they just sing a bunch of nursery rhymes, and they go around, and it's very much so a childish movie. They sing and dance, and it's like The Wizard of Oz if The Wizard of Oz was written for 6-year-olds.
Pretty much, yeah. I think it's probably based off of it. When was the Wizard of Oz out?
Oh, the 40s,
Yeah.
30s maybe. I think the first one was 30s. Yeah, 39.
This mic is
So if
really-
you care to find me, oh, look to the western sky.
But yeah, that's purely for nostalgia. That's one of my favorite movies
Sure.
of all time.
I get
I
that.
still sing some of the songs in my head.
Well, I
sometimes.
mean, those are just popular nursery rhymes, though.
I never knew about any of them until
Really?
Sillyville.
Yeah,
I'd
like
never
because
heard
like
of a lot of them.
Mace,
She knows all of them,
she knows all of them. Like I knew most of them, and I've never seen the movie.
but I'd never heard of a lot of them.
Wow. Well, how young were you when you actually watched that film?
This was, because we'd watched it at my grandma's house in Vassar. Probably from like ages 3 to like 6.
Sure. So like 2010, 2011.
Something like that.
Right. So a long time ago. Can you
Yeah,
believe that 2010 was 15 years ago?
I can. Can you believe that 2018, 6 years ago?
I feel like that one's worse.
It is really bad. Because I remember 2016 as well. Like, I have memories of that year.
Right. Right.
That was
I have memories of 20 like
almost a decade ago.
I have memories of like 2013 because that was when I got my first tablet, and that's when I started watching old YouTube brain rot. Like,
Popular Limos.
no, that's not old YouTube brain rot. I'm talking
you
like
talking about?
ASDF movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking like everybody do the flop.
I used to watch ASDF movies.
I'm talking like llamas with hats, or salad fingers, or
Fucking Jeffy.
See, like MLG clips, like old phase clips,
Oh yeah.
like Dan TDM mod reviews. Like that was old YouTube brain rot for a lot of people. And I think that we should bring a lot of that back. I think that was peak brain rot. The brain rot that we have right now is it's like its own cinematic universe at this point.
We have lore.
Skibbity Toilet is okay. I know that people have stopped to think about it. You know what? We could get Elliot right now
Why?
because that's one more person.
Well, it's fine. Or next. This thing's cutting out. It's not getting half of my words. It's kind of annoying me.
All right.
That's fine.
Anyway, Skibbity Toilet. I don't know if you've ever like really sat down and thought about it.
No,
But
I try my best.
I just want you to think, and I just want you to sit here and say to yourself, Skibbity Toilet is a toilet with a head coming out of it,
True.
and there is now 100 episodes, or some odd 100 episodes, into lore about toilets with their head coming out of it that were made in Gmod.
True. It's terrible to think about, really.
It means nothing. Like when
Doesn't
I
need
say
to mean
"What's up, bruz huz," that means nothing. Those words are illegitimate words. They don't mean anything.
That's how language evolves, man.
Bruz is not how I thought language would evolve.
I mean, y'all. That was insane back in the day. Someone
Well,
saying
y'all was like the 60s.
exactly. This is the year doesn't matter.
I guess, but like the thing is that the brain rot dialect won't turn into a dialect that people use on an everyday basis like it is right now. You know? Like I can't foresee in 10 years, 20 years people are still using the words bruz and huz.
No, it's a fad, but right now it's just lingo. you know?
Sure. Let's go back to movies. What are some other your favorite movies?
Star Wars.
Just all of them?
And as a series, I love Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I've seen a lot of.
What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
my favorite? I don't remember all of them. I remember the names. I don't remember which one lines up.
It's between.
It's the one with Jar Jar,
He's in the first two.
where we first meet him.
The first one?
Canonically, the fourth, or times line wise the fourth. I watch them by time.
Okay, so
I watch original George Lucas, then I watch the.
do we meet Jar
sequels.
Jar in A New Hope, or do we meet him in?
No, I mean in Phantom Menace. Right?
The Phantom Menace is 2.
Yeah. Phantom
So
Menace.
yeah, so 1.
Episode 1. but it's
Episode 1.
the third movie or the fourth movie.
No, this is episode 1.
It's the fourth movie.
No. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You watched them.
Timeline wise, it's the fourth. Yeah, it's the fourth movie. Yeah, I know what you're saying though.
This I don't know why. I would just say it's the first movie.
I don't.
It's the first movie because it's titled Episode 1.
Yeah, but they were.
A New
original-
Hope is titled Episode 4, so it's the 4th movie, even though it was the first one to come out.
Yeah.
That
but
one's my favorite, by the way.
A New Hope.
I think it's between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, which is 3.
I'm not a fan of old movies.
I think that is a fact of not caring enough about them.
What do you mean?
I think that enjoying old movies is tied in with appreciation for old movies.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think I can have an appreciation for something and still not like it.
I think that that's true in most cases, but I think that in order to like old movies, you have to appreciate them.
I'm not. Are you saying I'm not saying I don't appreciate old movies, but I'm saying I don't get that.
You're like my sister.
I don't understand the enjoyment of it.
She won't watch anything released before 1995.
I'll still watch it. It's just not going to be nearly as good as anything we have today.
Like Mrs. Doubtfire is still one of the funniest movies I've
That's
ever
not
seen in
an
my
old
entire
movie.
life.
Old movie. I mean like the 70s, the
Like
60s.
like Casablanca. That's still one of the best movies to ever come out.
Maybe just because it was the first. You know, like I think.
It's the same thing with like music. It's
Yeah.
Casablanca defined a genre.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
and
not- I'm not
that's why
saying-
it's so
I'm not saying
good.
it's not a good movie. I just don't enjoy watching old movies.
So like, are we talking like black and white?
No, just old. they're just not as enjoyable to watch.
Because like
The microphones aren't nearly as good. The effects aren't nearly as good.
I
Some of
think
the
that ties into the enjoyment of the movie
why?
because it shows. I think watching movies from an older time is a different watching experience than watching a movie that's come out recently.
It is. It is different, and I don't like it.
And like when you listen, well, Mrs. Doubtfire came out in the 80s.
Yeah, but it's in color. It has decent microphones, and it's not like it doesn't have a lot of the markers of that old stuff, like early 2000s, 90s, late 80s. That all stuff is whatever.
I think that movies from the 70s are very enjoyable. I think that there's a lot of movies from the 70s that are still enjoyable to this day. Are they in my top 10? No. Like my top 10 are all movies from like the late 80s, early 90s and
Yeah.
then some recency bias. Like my top 5 ever in no particular order, like Good Will Hunting, Whiplash,
I've yet to see Whiplash.
like Interstellar's probably there. Just like maybe Forrest Gump is there. Mrs. Doubtfire is probably there. Like these movies that came out. I mean, Interstellar was 2014, and Whiplash was 2009, or maybe it was also like 2012.
Yeah.
So those two are newer, but I also feel like Whiplash is kind of recorded in a style of an older movie, and I think that that's why I enjoy it so much.
I don't think so. I think it's just the way it's a really well written movie.
In my opinion, it's one of the best. I mean, it's one of the best character villain kind of like shown and very prominent relationship between two characters.
I do like those types of movies where it's small setting. There's not a lot of it's same with books that are like they only happen in like a couple days or they only happen in like one area. Like same with Whiplash where it's one of those movies where it's like you really only see a couple rooms / it's it's a small area.
Right.
It's a very finite space that it's recorded. So that everything feels, it's a lot more personal.
Yeah. I think that's a reasonable take. I think that is a good kind of movie when they can make it work with such a small amount of material to work with. Like that really shows how well the writing is actually done. Because in movies like Avengers, the writing is well done. Like those movies are written well, but there's so much going on that you kind of have to pay attention to the broader spectrum of the movie, at least the first time that you watch it, rather than like the finite details. And so oftentimes I've had to watch like the Avengers movies or other Marvel movies 2 or 3 times just to like get all of the things because they're written very well. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on like kind of like underneath, but it just takes more than one watch.
And I don't like the type of stuff where you have to know so much lore. Like it's like there'll be a character in the background that you only know from the comics. And I get it. It's like a little Easter egg for the people who know.
Those who
knows. Those who know.
Those who knows.
But it makes it kind of less enjoyable to have to know all that stuff. Anyways, back to the main thing. I just thought of a few while I was sitting here. Mugen Train.
Okay.
Very good. Demon Slayer in general as a show is awesome, but the Mugen Train movie was quite...
Mugen Train, I didn't watch it as a movie. I watched it as an 8-episode, like TV, like a season of Demon Slayer, and so I kind of got that. And
I watched it in IMAX. It was the sound effects.
Oh, I'm sure
it was quite good.
And I still think that one of the better fights of the fights that take place looking wise and also in terms of like the way that they're shot, I still think that Akaza Rengoku is like a top 3 fight in that show.
I love the fire animations that they did.
I think that they do such a good job with the fire. I think that the best animations that they do are with the fire breathing and water breathing, I think, are the two
Yeah.
most well animated, most well done. I actually cannot wait for Sonomy to show up,
Yeah.
because I think that because they partnered with Sony
Yep.
to make the movies, and so when Sonomy shows up, I think that the wind breathing will look stellar. I think that I'm super excited for that. I'm obviously excited for Morichiro because Morichiro is my favorite Hashira. And you know, Tengen's fight with Upper Six was awesome.
Quite good. Yeah.
I was a really big fan of that fight. Muichiro's fight with Upper Five was also stellar.
Yep.
And then Tanjiro's fight with Upper Four was also really well done. I think that Hantengu is really, really cool. I think
Yeah.
that Hantengu is really cool. I think it's a really cool aspect that there's like 5 main bodies and then they can fuse together to make like one on top of the 5th. That is still running around, and you need to decapitate his head, and it's
Yeah.
like so small that it's like
Little
really
guy.
hard to
Yeah.
do. And then there was this scene where Nezuko realizes that she can conquer the sun,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like it was just I think that Swordsmith Village was a masterpiece in anime fight writing and anime writing. Even though a lot of people say that Demon Slayer isn't necessarily watched for its story, I think that Swordsmith Village felt like a really, really well done,
Yeah.
story wise arc.
Training arc type thing.
And I
That's
think
awesome.
that like it's obviously not rivaled with something like the Chimera Ant arc or Greed Island or
Greed Island.
or
Oh my god, I loved that. That was easily my favorite arc of anime of all time.
mine is still Chimera Ant. I think that Chimera Ant's the best arc in that show.
Yeah.
But like it didn't feel like the elf arc where it was
Wow.
like from episode 50 to episode 145.
So
Like it was so long because it was just I mean they fought the first one like episode like that was opening 3 and they fought until opening 10. Like
It
that
was
was
like-
7 open that was art like 7 seasons worth
They-
of like if you want to say one opening per season, it's not always, but if you want to say one opening per season, that's 7 seasons of Black Clover.
Yeah.
That was one arc.
It was so long that they had to put arcs inside the arc.
Right, there were like sub arcs.
Yeah. Very good. But
I think that Swords of the Village arc is masterfully done. The Hashira training arc is also really well done. I think that it's very chill until the last episode, and the last episode was a 9.8, 9.9 on the ratings. One of the highest rated anime episodes of all time, and I think it absolutely deserves that. I think that the visuals were stunning.
sure.
The explosion of
oh my god. Watching that
what's his name?
was on.
No. The leader of the Hashira. What's his name?
Oh, I don't remember.
His mansion. I can't think of his
Butterfly
last
Mansion.
name. No.
No.
That's I can't remember her name either. Shinobu. Shinobu's mansion is the Butterfly Mansion. Hashira. Oh yeah, the Ubuyashiki mansion.
Yeah.
Like the way that explosion was animated was so like it felt real.
Yeah.
Like I
I thought it
watched
was
that-
CGI.
I thought it was CGI. I like it genuinely did.
Yeah.
You don't need to play it.
I just want to look at it. I don't even know what to search for. You keep talking. I'll figure this out.
Just show up Ubuyashiki Mansion Explosion. Demon Slayer episode 8.
Spell it. Anyways, yeah, I was watching that whole Swordsmith Village Hashira training arc when we were in Europe.
Yes, you did.
It was quite the experience. The view of
Like, look at that. Look
I urge you to look at this scene.
I urge you to watch Demon Slayer.
True. None of this audio comes in though. is the
I know
thing.
we're just kind of talking over it, but like, when I urge you to watch Demon Slayer if you haven't. I urge you to watch anime if you don't, cause
It just looks so real. This is all drawn by hand by some poor people, but it's done like it looks real. Like if you told me that was the Middle East,
even like the grass around him looks
Yeah.
like real and not like this looks like a real thing that they just slapped Sonomy in the frame.
exactly. It's insane. I love this part where when he regenerates, his pants come back.
There's so much good. There's so much good to watch in anime. If you're a fan of television, if you're a fan of like watching, if you're a fan of watching television, if you're a fan of watching shows, I urge you to start watching anime. I think that it's so worth it to.
Yeah. There's like a bad connotation of it, but a lot of it's not bad.
It's like if you're okay with like I get some of them like Fire Force has some fan service in it with like it's but get like grow some skin. Like you can
Some of it's just like it's like goofy and it's kind of cringe, and I get that.
like
That's
if you're gonna sit here and tell me that you can't watch anime because there's fan service and then you go and watch Euphoria, you're an asshole. You're just saying that to say it.
well, a lot of people like the dub sounds super weird. It sounds cringe.
Sometimes then just watch.
Watch it
Here's
in
the-
and
here's
then
the
the
thing.
subtitles. It's always an excuse not to watch it because it's just people don't. There's a negative connotation to it. But I think everyone should try it. It's quite awesome.
I agree. I think that it's a very special thing in terms of I think that some of the
It's
best
unique.
I think that some of the best fictional stories ever written came out of a manga.
It's
Specifically Attack on Titan. I think that might be one of the best, if not the best fictional story ever written. And I may be crazy for that take. But I don't think that's insane to say.
I couldn't finish it.
I okay. I
I
won't say anything.
well, I started it, and originally I started reading the manga. This was
Mhm.
freshman year. I started reading the manga, and that was just confusing because I couldn't like sit down and read it as much. So I figured, well, let me watch the show. And I got like a season in. I was like, man, this is just, and it just wasn't for me. I'm not saying it wasn't good. It just wasn't for me.
Sure. I think that watching all 4 seasons like in a span of time is one of the most special things I've ever done.
Yeah.
The way that the story ends, the themes in the story where I can't even talk about it. Like it's just the themes that take place in that story. I mean, it feels like just the most gut-wrenching yet freeing experience I've ever like experienced in my life. I felt so terrible, but I also felt like so satisfied with how it ended, even though I'm really upset because I didn't expect it to go that way. It's just it's a special, special story.
I don't think I ever get that invested in content.
Oh, I absolutely do.
I don't know.
I absolutely get as invested as I can because I feel like when I play Persona 5, I feel like I can picture myself in that game the same way that like you can picture yourself like I feel like I'm inside of the game watching it happen rather than playing it.
Yeah.
The same way that like teachers tell you that like you should get invested in a book so that you can feel like you're in the book and so you can feel more connection to it. That's the way I get about other entertainment things. And that's not with all games. That's mostly just with story games. And movies and shows. but it's a special feeling to have something. I'll use this as an example. 8th grade year, or rather, I think 9th grade year, was when Mark and Ethan did Unis Honest.
What?
Markiplier
Yeah.
did a channel. I guess I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it.
I never watched Markiplier.
It was called Unis Honest, and it was with him and his friend. And every single day they would make like a vlog or a game type video for 1 year, and then at the end of the year they deleted the whole channel and everything on it. It was like a passion project.
Yeah.
And so like I knew at school that I could come home, and when I got home, there would be an Unis Honest episode for me to watch. Just 20 minutes of my time to just watch something nice.
Yeah.
And that felt so good to me to
I
be
used
able
to do
to
that
know.
with Logan Paul. I saw the original video of the forest.
Yeah, no, but like the thing is with Logan Paul, I never really got into him because he never really like spoke to me the way that some of the YouTubers did.
It was, I mean, it wasn't like,
It felt so fake.
oh, I know it was fake. I didn't get emotionally invested, but it was just really goofy to watch. I just,
It was just enjoyable. It was just entertainment.
whimsical. Yeah, it was just this dumb entertainment.
Right.
I really got into it. But I remember coming home one day and I watched the forest video. I was standing, I go, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm watching it. I don't even remember what I was thinking. But I was like, this for sure is fake. And then like the video got deleted and the whole investigation. I was like, oh my god.
Like did he actually find people hanging in the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that entertainment and movies and videos and television and video games have such a special place in my heart, not only for what they've done for me, but what they've done for other people.
Yeah.
Shifting away from the online entertainment, let's look at real life entertainment, because next week, or I guess rather this weekend, starts the National Football League playoffs.
Not gonna watch it. I'll watch the Super Bowl. No, I'll be at a Super Bowl party.
Sure.
Other than that,
Do you have any? Just want the Lions to go?
I know that the Rams or Vikings
Mm-hmm.
are
Yeah.
whoever wins, winner of that goes against number
So,
one seed.
so the Vikings are going to Los Angeles, and I really hope that we see the Rams
Yeah.
in round 2, because it's really hard to beat a team 3 times, no matter who it is. Just like it's just kind of like a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So it's Vikings, Rams, and then on the other side it's Commanders, Bucks, and Eagles, Packers. The way that I hope that goes is Eagles beat the Packers. The Eagles are going to beat the Packers. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I saw someone's bracket where the Packers went all the way to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. That's not going to happen.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah, just look up NFL. Oh. $2011.
Okay.
They've been solid. Did they win with Aaron Rodgers? Was that his year? Yeah. No, just look up NFL playoff picture. NFL playoff picture. Yeah. Images. There you go. This one is fine. So yeah, so you can go ahead and look at that.
So we have the 5.
I want you to give me, since you don't really watch the NFL. We only have a little bit of time left.
Yeah.
But I just want you to give me what you think is gonna happen.
Okay.
Make your playoff picture.
So, for $1 billion from whoever's face for a perfect NFL
Right.
fantasy.
No, that's a perfect
March
March
Madness.
Madness.
Rams are gonna be.
Okay, I'll tell you where they're playing.
I don't.
I think that matters, but if it doesn't, it absolutely matters. But okay, so the Rams are playing in Los Angeles.
I think the Rams are going to win purely based off fuck the Vikings.
Okay. They're playing in Tampa.
I was going to say Bucks anyways.
Okay.
I don't think the Commanders have.
I have the Commanders winning that
game. I think Eagles are winning Green Bay.
It didn't matter where they're playing. Okay, and now go to the other side. They're
Chargers
playing in
over
Houston.
Texans.
They're playing in Houston, I think.
I think Chargers over Texans.
I agree. They're playing in Baltimore.
This is a hard one. I'm going to skip it.
They're playing in Buffalo.
I think Bills are going.
I do too. I think that's the most likely to be an upset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do with here with Ravens Steelers.
They're playing in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I have the Ravens.
You have the Ravens. I'm inclined to agree, but I think the Steelers might pull something out of their asses. Coming next, so it's Rams versus Lions. Lions are winning.
Okay. They're playing in Detroit. Didn't matter, though.
Yeah, Lions. Now that we have some of our players coming back to the field.
Yeah.
So then it's Bucks, Eagles. I think Eagles are taking it.
I agree. I think that's reasonable.
So now it's Lions, Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Really hope for the Lions. I think that they can pull it off, but it's possible something happens.
I have the Lions
to win the NFC North, and then we have Chargers, Chiefs. And let's say Ravens, Bills. Bills are winning. Oh, sorry, Ravens are winning.
Oh,
Bills.
Interesting. Okay.
I think Ravens are winning over the Bills.
Okay, I disagree. I
Really?
think that the NFC, or I think that the AFC Championship is going to be Buffalo, Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, either is perfectly possible.
You know what I would really like to see?
I think it's gonna be Chief Lions.
I would like to see Los Angeles, Buffalo. I want to see the Chargers pull out a crazy win against the Chiefs, and I want to see Los Angeles, Buffalo, and I want Los Angeles to make a run to the Super Bowl and lose to the Lions.
Unfortunately, the Kansas City refs will not let that happen.
Oh, that's probably true.
They make too much damn money to be losing the Super Bowl play or AFC North or AFC division. I think it's gonna be Lions Chiefs, and I think Chiefs are gonna win.
I think it's gonna be if anything, I think it's gonna be Lions Buffalo, and I think the Lions are gonna win.
I don't know.
I think that the Bills are a better football team than Kansas City Chiefs are. I think that the Buffalo Bills are a better football team.
Kansas City NFL, basically.
And that's the issue.
Yeah.
All right. So we kind of just talked about our playoff pictures. Yeah, I have the Rams beating the Vikings. I have Washington beating the Bucks. I have Philadelphia beating the Packers. And then the rest of the NFC, I have the Lions beating the Rams, and I have the Eagles beating the Commanders. The NFC Championship will be Lions Eagles. I have the Lions going to the Super Bowl. On the AFC side, I have Los Angeles taking it against Houston, and then I have Baltimore taking it against Pittsburgh and Buffalo taking it against Denver. I have the Chiefs taking it against the Chargers, and then I have Buffalo taking it against Baltimore, and then I have Buffalo taking it against Kansas City going to the Super Bowl. The Lions-Bills Super Bowl will be the most fun, I think. The only other one that would be the most fun is watching Washington-Los Angeles. I think that would be a lot of fun in the Super Bowl. Is that going to happen? Absolutely fucking not.
The 5 and the 6 seed.
So I think that it's going to be Lions-Bills, and that's a toss-up. I think that they're both really good teams. I hope that the Lions win. Who do I think is going to win? I think the Lions are going to win. If the Lions face the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I think that's a different story. I think the Chiefs are going to win, and I hope the Lions will win. But if the Bills actually play good football and they beat the Chiefs, then I think that will be a better chance for the Lions.
Yeah. What time are you in this class?
26.
Okay, we have a little time. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll see.
Let's ask Owen Emerson.
I think he has the Lions, if I had to guess. I think the Lions look unstoppable right now.
Yeah, but he's also like what do you call it? He's kind of he's not a bandwagon.
No, but he has been a Lions fan his whole life.
Yeah.
Because he grew up in a Lions family.
I don't know. I feel like he's the type to be like, Lions are shit. I got the Packers going.
No,
And
his
he'd be like-
parents wouldn't let him be a cheesehead.
And then he'd be like, "Well, actually, if you look at their lineup, start listing off
On
fucking
paper, I think
stats.
that on paper, the Lions are. I mean, they're getting a few defensive players back. They're getting their other offensive guy back. They already have Anzalone back, and he played stellarly the week that he came back against the Vikings. Stellarly. I mean, I don't see a world where the Lions don't go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I think that their best chance to lose is against Philadelphia, and I think that Philadelphia deserves to go to a Super Bowl too because they've been played phenomenally all year.
yeah, they lost a bunch of so.
Well, they've been hurt, but not as hurt as the Lions.
No, the Lions still are the most hurt team in the NFL right now.
That's true.
There's been some tragedies.
You know, at the end of the day, we're watching football to watch good football, and at the end of the day, who cares who wins? As long as we get a good game of football,
As long as I can eat Hello Wings
and as long as it's
cracked
entertaining.
chicken
Yep.
at Full party.
As long as it's an entertaining party and as long as it's an entertaining game, that's all I really care about. It'd be really cool if the Lions went to the Super Bowl because that'd be a first.
True.
And I think that this team deserves to go over
Yeah.
anyone else.
Yeah.
I think that they fought really hard for the last 3 years, and I think that they really just do deserve to go.
I think so.
All right, but with that, that's my last topic for today. We have a little bit of a shorter episode just because we have Ram time today, so we get out a little bit earlier. But next week, we will record and we will get that out to you by Tuesday
Next week.
next week
Yes. Well,
Will-
aren't you leaving? Aren't you not coming to second hour
on Wednesday
on Wednesday?
during exams.
True, because we have regular days Monday, Tuesday.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we record
That's right.
Monday, we get it out by Tuesday, so we'll hopefully have an episode to you by next Tuesday, but we'll have an episode to you out tomorrow, which is Friday. As well. So yeah, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your weekend.
Can't wait for Friday. Actually.
Have a splendid weekend, and we will see you again next week.
True.
All right, take care.